Mixed reactions in Britain over tax increases to fund welfare payments. The nation's tax burden is expected to hit record highs while it increases welfare payments to large, low-income families. However, analysts warn the taxes will not be positive for economic growth. NTD's international correspondent Malcolm Hudson has more for us.
People in Britain are divided over the government's autumn budget. The nation is now on course for a record tax burden. Chancellor Rachel Reeves announced a $34 billion tax hike on Wednesday and had already raised taxes by $52 billion last year. British Prime Minister Keir Starmer said the government sought to impact people in a fair way to fund public services and provide welfare to the needy.
We've asked everybody to make a contribution. I'll tell your viewers precisely why that is. It's to make sure that we can properly protect our NHS, which needs to be there for them and their families when they need it, and everybody understands that.
It comes amid downgraded economic forecasts for Britain. The Office for Budget Responsibility forecast gross domestic product would grow by 1.5% this year, an increase from its earlier 1% forecast, but it downgraded growth in each year from 2026 through to the end of the decade. Director of the think tank, the Institute for Fiscal Studies, Helen Miller, called on Reeves to be more ambitious about measures to boost growth.
Tax reform was the way to ensure that taxes don't do more damage than necessary. The Chancellor, like her predecessor, continues to shy away from that meaningful reform that could move the dial. This felt mostly like a budget of government trying to scrape through.
The tax increases will be used to pay for an increase in welfare spending, particularly the cancellation of the two-child welfare cap. Many low-income families will now be able to get more benefits when they have a third or subsequent children. A mother of 3 in London said the extra benefits will offset the tax rises for her.
It's definitely a big relief because at least we have something to look forward to in April when so much pressure is just going to be lifted. I just can't wait to have a weekend where I'm not worrying about money.
Other people in Britain have mixed views about the budget.
I think there's a limit. So some benefits are obviously needed, but there comes a point where you're overtaxing people who work and giving too much to people who don't. So no, I don't agree with that.
I understand that I would have to pay more tax, but I think particularly the lifting of the two-child cap to lift so many children out of poverty is really important, and I'm willing to contribute to make that happen.
I've got a good job, my partner has a good job, and we're still not well off in the slightest. We're still having to cut back where we can. So I can't even imagine what people are doing who are struggling.
I come from a hard-working background, and the thought that people that aren't working or entitled to money for free are just going to be topped up and get more, I just think it encourages the opposite.
Reeves defended her tax-raising budget, saying she sought to impact working people as little as possible. But Conservative Shadow Chancellor Mel Stride said 25,000 more people would go on benefits as a consequence of making the benefits more attractive. Malcolm Hudson, NTD News, UK.